Hello again, YouTube! This is Dr.Kendo, and I'm here with Scribblenauts Unlimited. This is the object editor creation series where I create your favorite characters from TV shows, gaming, movies, nerd and geek culture stuff, except for YouTubers. And I create them in this game, which is Scribblenauts Unlimited. One of the features of the game is the object editor, where you can basically create your own objects or characters. And so that's why we're actually starting off with a centaur for today's source object on today's creation. The objects that I create each week are chosen based off of you, the subscribers. You guys just comment down in the comments section, and whatever has been asked for the most by the most amount of different people, the most popular request basically, will get created each week. So I basically took off the little bottom feet parts of the centaur, and now we're making this little amphisbaena, I believe is how you pronounce that, and it's like this crazy hydra-looking creature almost, and we're gonna use that for kind of these basic, I guess, feet shapes and stuff, because our character today is Malachite, which is one of the Steven Universe gem fusions. We'll talk more about it, of course, as time goes on. But with that, you know, it's like Malachite's, the bottom legs, you know, she has like 6 arms, basically, and the bottom 4 of them are like legs, but they're legs that look like arms. So, you know, they're arm legs. So with that, you know, I was trying to think, well, how can we make them look sort of like hands, but also like the feet? And I don't know, you know, I was just trying to experiment with various stamps. And I think just to make the distinction, I've gone ahead and put Jenny Greenteeth. If you take her front leg and put that right here on all 4 of the legs as well for our creation, you know, they're above the amphisbaena legs. Well, then it looks like maybe that's the thumb. So you can see basically, you know, we've got the amphisbaena legs behind, which are all the other fingers, and then the Jenny Greenteeth leg is like the thumb, as well as just a little bit more, I guess, beefiness to the leg in general. You know, it's not so thin when we have that Jenny Greenteeth leg in there. So the Malachite leg as a whole is bigger, which is what we want. Amazon is actually the body part that we put on the centaur's torso right here. Just take the Amazon woman. We're now doing a, of course, white-ish colored square for the bottom. This is like the Jasper section of the torso, and the Amazon is more like the lapis section of the torso since they're both fused together. And so the letter I is the straps meeting to that white square. We've got an ostrich egg right now, which we're actually going to put for, I guess, the top part where this Amazon torso is. Mostly that Amazon torso, you know, we just want the bottom parts of it to show. And I've put like that zebra-ish pattern because Malachite does have this like almost tattooed, swirly look on the middle part of the torso. And Jenny Greenteeth arms are both extending off of the centaur's arms to make them a little bit longer, of course, and give them some fingers and all that stuff, just for some extra detail. But we've moved on to the scripting now in the properties editor, so whenever I do this in this series, you know, not a lot of action is on screen, but it's more text, so I like to read some background information or fun facts about the characters for anybody who may not know about them or just wants to learn more. So for today, Malachite is the fusion of Jasper and Lapis in the universe of Steven Universe. She first appeared in the Jailbreak episode, and she is huge in size. Malachite has 6 arms, as we mentioned, of course, of which the 4 on the bottom act as her legs, and she also has 4 eyes, and you can basically imagine both the torsos of Lapis and Jasper fused together, with Lapis's on top and Jasper's down below. Being that Malachite has power over water, I'm gonna make it so that her scripting or her weapon projectile is her shooting out slush in this creation. Feel free to make it whatever you desire to make it. That was just my choice for her projectile. Other than that, just know that this episode will only contain Malachite, but that doesn't mean I won't make other fusions in the future. I'm slightly gonna gauge demand to see if there's still a high enough want for me to actually create more Steven Universe fusions, but regardless, if I ever can squeeze a little extra time in here and there, maybe I'll keep doing the fusion episodes just one by one, kind of like this. So could be more on the way. You don't need to make a comment that says you forgot somebody, because I didn't forget anybody. But in keeping with how I do things lately to get more details in, you know, if it's a very detailed character and a big character like this one, I like to make the head and the body a separate object, and so we started off with the head as the source object, but like most heads in this game that I create, they are replaced with something else. So we're not actually going to use the head by design, but instead an ostrich egg. And then we're using twiddle. I love whatever I can use this thing. I don't know, it's just such a unique little shape. It's like the tilde shape that's in a lot of languages and things, the twiddle. So then we're going to go ahead and do Canadian bacon, and we're going to paint it all white, because that's going to be the top 2 eyes. eyes, and as I mentioned, she has 4 eyes. These top 2 eyes, we'll go ahead and make them a little bit smaller and a little bit more squintier, I guess. And then this shape is actually really good for the bottom eyes right here, which are, I'm going to make them a little bit more opened up, wide. And we're using a fish, if you just take the fin from a fish. So take that little front fin that it has. And of course, dots are for the iris, the colored part, and the pupils are pimples. And then a dunce cap twice for the gem that is on her nose. Of course, the teardrop gem is on the Malachite's back, but we can't really see the back on our creation, so it wasn't really necessary to create the gem part right there. A diamond is going to be the last part of the gem nose right there, just sort of at the base of the nose or at the bottom. And then a mango spear is actually going to be her mouth wide open like this, and we're going to put some teeth in there. She does have some kind of like pointy teeth on either side, so I thought, well, what can we use? You can use a variety of things probably, you know, but one thing that I kind of wanted to play around with for this episode was going to be bat wings. We've used these before in various ways, but I think that these actually will fit good on either side of the mouth for the teeth, the fangs or whatever being up top there. A croissant is going to be the bottom teeth, or do you say croissant? With an eyebrow back behind it to make some other little fang incisors or whatever right there. And we're going to take the crane's neck to kind of complete so that there is not a gap in the top teeth. So you can see that, you know, it's sort of like completing that row of teeth there on the top. I just wanted some kind of white line of some sort. You know, I thought the letter I was a little bit too long, so we just took the crane's neck. I thought that was a good stamp to fit in right there. And so for the first time in my series, we're actually doing a 3-part object. So, you know, we've lately been doing 2-part objects. Well, this one's going to be a 3rd-parter. We've taken a pom-pom as the various pieces of hair. So actually the source object is just a top hat, as you can see right here in the properties editor. So for the head that we just left, we actually had it be worn on the face like glasses right here under the equipment part. Well, this part for the hair, you want it to be worn on the head like a hat. That's why a top hat, you know, is the source object. It just defaults to that. But you can see now that we're on the level and we've got the Malachite body right there. Obviously, being that it was the centaur source object, it is going to move more kind of like a horse. Oh, but this is important. Okay, so you see that I put on the head first and then the hair. You don't want to do it in that order. I just wanted to show you that that was actually what's going to happen if you put the head on first. The hair actually covers it. So you actually want to put the hair hat on first and then put the head over that onto your character. So this is more what it should look like, and that's pretty epic. Oh man, the pom-pom hair, I love that. I actually did not know what that was going to turn out like, and this monster is attacking me because I guess it doesn't attack a centaur by default, but now that I'm out of the way, it looks like our Malachite and the monster are fighting. Probably I should make the, you know, the water slush be more powerful and everything, so I'll probably edit that in the scripting. Might also want to make the Malachite creation a little bit bigger just as a whole, because Malachite is humongous. I mean, all of the gem fusions, I guess, a lot of them are very huge, and I still have not seen a full episode of Steven Universe at this point. I know a lot of people have recommended it to me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you know, putting in the good words for it and everything. Oh yeah, it should definitely be a bigger character, because you can see I got my Jasper creation right next to it from a past episode, and the Jasper is almost as tall as the Malachite, which is probably not accurate to the show, so definitely make the Malachite very big. Or if you've created Jasper, make her a little bit smaller, maybe, I don't know. Just balance it out, obviously, accordingly. But I was gonna say, yes, I have actually seen some clips of the show, Steven Universe and things, so I have been investigating it a little bit more, and I appreciate, again, everybody's, you know, suggestions for that. And it does seem pretty cool. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of intricacies and just some great complexities to the show that I think are a nice touch and fine detail. So again, it's just the one creation today for today's episode. It was actually a very close tie between 3 different requests or item suggestions this week. It's getting really tough to, you know, nail down which is the most popular or most requested items. You know, you guys are requesting a lot of different things, and a lot of things are popular right now in the world, so I'm doing the best I can to get to them all, and to, of course, make whatever is asked for by the most amount of different people. And if you haven't yet, please go check out the stream from yesterday. I've actually, Dr. Kendo has started twitching, i.e. being on twitch.tv, so you can find my Twitch channel in the description here, but it's basically twitch.tv/DRKENDO. That's Dr. Kendo. And who knows, maybe I'll be streaming more today, so follow me on Twitch if you're a Twitcher. But I really appreciate the positivity of Kendopolis. You know, there are, of course, some outsiders who come in with with negative energy, and I just gotta say they're always overwhelmingly beaten by the positive sources of my community, which are you guys, the subscribers. You guys, y'all know who you are, and I thank you dearly from the bottom of my heart for making this a great place and for making me better. I also just wanted to say, I'm really amazed. It sounds like it's a lot of people's birthday today, and it was my birthday yesterday. I turned 29 on August 22nd, but in the last Scribblenauts episode, I was talking about how it's my birthday on Saturday, the 22nd. A surprising amount of people were saying, hey, my birthday is right after yours, one day after yours. So the happiest of birthdays to all of you who are enjoying a birthday today. You have my sincerest feelings, and this episode is for you. But anyway, I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing. So I step on other lives, twists and turns, and I made the cycles end with dignity and courage. Now I hope to God that everyone can learn something from what I say, and hopefully you flourish. Getting down to the matter, let's look at it more. My words ain't meant to be about waging war. They're meant to bring justice to all wrongdoers. They're like a spectacle, so you can be the viewer.